So, just in case any of you guys ever thought that I had my life together, which at this point, if you've been following me, you for sure know that I don't have my life together. I'm kind of germophobic. When I say kind of, it's like, it's noticeable. I'm a lot better than I used to be, but I'm germophobic. But also keep in mind, I have depression, and I'm lazy, which I'm trying to get over, and I'm also disorganized. So, like, I'm messy, it's like, it's fine. It's not gross, like dirty, but I'm messy. But this is like, I wake up every morning and I dread waking up because I wake up and I'm like, ah, my nice comfy bed. And then I look over in the corner of my room and I'm like, oh, this is just, today's gonna be a day.
Why are we still here?
So I used to have a lot of fish and snails and shrimps, and I had a nice 30-gallon fish tank. Well, had, I say as if it's not staring at me right now, but I used to have a lot of pet fish, and I haven't had anything living in that tank for years. Well, anything living that I've put in it, because honestly, I'm scared there's probably like some cryptid that hasn't been discovered in this tank at this point. But I was like, okay, there's no fish or anything in here. I guess I'll just like, I'll clean this out at some point because, you know, it's a 30-gallon tank. It's hefty. I'm lazy. I'll deal with this later. So months go by, the sitting water with biological waste in the water because there was living things. I'm like, oh, it's getting gross. But I guess I still have to deal with this, so I'll deal with this later. Oh, years ago, I duct taped the lid closed, and because like I don't want to touch it. I'm scared. I'm scared of it. I'm scared of what's inside of it. I'm scared there's fumes. Like I don't know how it's bad. It's been sitting water for years with biological waste in it. That's gonna kill me. If I open that tank, it's gonna kill me. So I tuck tape the lid closed. I put an an Among Us blanket over it, so it's just covered. And now, because I have a few books that can't fit on my bookshelf that I got last Christmas, I have them sitting on top of there temporarily until I eventually get something to, you know, put them in, which I keep forgetting to do. But this tank is just shelf space, but I know what's underneath it. I know what's under that blanket. I mean, I don't know what's under that blanket. It's gonna kill me, whatever's under that blanket, but it's just like a weird added layer of stress every time I'm like, oh, everything's life is going so good for like a little bit, and then I look over at the tank, and then it sinks in that no, I have problems. But I had to share with you guys one of the things that just bothers me, since apparently my shtick is, hey, I have problems, let me explain them to you. Which I don't want that to be my shtick, I guess, but like that's just what keeps happening. But I hope you guys relate. I don't hope you guys relate. Do you get it? Do you understand me? Do you get my burden? Do you understand what it's like to have an Among Us covered cryptid in your room? It's sus, that's how it is.